Good afternoon, how are you? Welcome to the range. Today we're going to go over just something that we've been talking about. I say we, some of my friends and I have been talking about different ways to carry. And of course there are going to be probably 1,000 videos already about this. This is just works what works for me. I'm going to go over a few different holsters. Now I'm sure, like I said, there's lots more out there. But these are some of the ones that I'm kind of drawn to, and I'll tell you why. I do use different holsters for, of course, different guns, but for different purposes. My summer carry is different than my winter carry. So just kind of want to run through these things. If you're brand new to get guns or concealed carry, or you're just thinking about concealed carry, it's a crazy world out there, so I would recommend it. Get training, get training, get training, get training. But just to kind of start building your toolbox of what you need to be able to carry, of course, check your local ordinances and laws and all that stuff for concealed carry. But some of the tools that you're going to need, of course, is going to be a concealed carry weapon. This one here happens to be the M&P Shield, Smith & Wesson. There is no magazine in it. You can see the chamber is empty. We're clear. So we're clear. No magazine in it. This one here is the Glock 26. This is also known as the baby Glock. It's a subcompact. Again, we'll do a chamber check on this one. No magazine. We're clear on that. So some of the different holsters, there's lots of different materials, but these are some of the more popular ones that you're going to see. This is what's called a kydex holster, and you'll see that there's molding in it, and this is molded to fit the shield. So you hear that little snap, you know that it's in there nice and tight. Now there's a fair amount of resistance. You can move around all day long with that. The only downside I would say really to kydex, and this is just me, right, is I like to make sure I have a t-shirt underneath my shirt. Just having the kydex rubbing on your skin all day long, just for me. Maybe I have delicate skin, I don't know, but I prefer to have something else in between me. This is a leather holster. This is a little bit different, but they're both very minimal, right? You see this is kind of a minimalist type holster. This one here, if you notice on it, it's got a hook that comes up. So that means that your belt actually goes here. So when you have your draw, the belt actually will hold the holster in place. And again, this is for the 26, but believe it or not, being a subcompact, it does hold the shield just fine. Trigger's completely covered, so there's no chance of a misfire. And that's one thing you really want to look at too, and all holsters are designed to cover the trigger. That's really what they're meant to do. Now, whether you carry your weapon with a safety or off, that's up to you. Me personally, I like to have it off and one in the chamber. That's another video, that's another day. This is one of my favorite holsters. It is super inexpensive. I think they're 20, 25 bucks. Picked it up at a gun show, and this has got little ridges on it. I don't know if you can quite see that. Let me get a little closer to the camera. But you'll see that it's got these little ridges on it, and those are sticky. And if it gets to a situation where it's not sticky anymore, you can just wash it with some dish soap, let it dry, and the stickiness will come back. But this is great because, again, since it's not a molded holster, it'll work for the 26, it'll work for the shield, it'll work really for most subcompacts. Right now I've got the kydex holster on with the Smith & Wesson shield, and I carry it at 4 o'clock. So you hear about appendix carry, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Now right now I've got a shoulder injury, so it's very difficult for me to be able to draw from here. So while my shoulder is messed up, I'll be carrying appendix. But typically this is where I'll carry. This is 4 o'clock. Pay no attention to the back fat here. But anyway, you'll see that it's a quick, easy draw. Again, all these things you want to practice. And again, always make sure that you double check your chamber. Make sure you're not trying this at home with any type of a loaded magazine or anything like that. Keep these away. Keep them in another room just so you're not tempted, but work on your dry fire. You can do that at home. You can do that in your living room or whatever. They make great laser target practice items. Look it up on Amazon or whatever. But anyway, I just want to go over a few of these different type of holsters. Hopefully this was a little educational for you. Again, this is a minimalist leather, a full-size leather. The fabric, if you will, the sticky holster, that is a brand, so not necessarily talking about the brand itself. And then a kydex, which is molded to your gun. All these are great options. Again, we'll do another video at a later date about the draw and so on and so forth, of the pros and cons of where to put the gun, what's most comfortable for you. But this is where you come in. You have to do your homework, right? Go to your local gun store, work with them, figure out which weapon you have. If you already have a weapon, figure out what works best for you. Now, a lot of indoor ranges will not let you work on your draw at all. That's why it's your responsibility to do it at home, in the garage or whatever. Just make sure there's no ammo around whatsoever for any type of temptation or misfire or anything like that. Anyway, hopefully this was helpful for you. And if you like it, just go ahead and comment down below. Give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Have a good day.